Okay, so let me show why. Actually, let's go to the bigger screen. So I implemented in my applications in last stream, in previous stream, I implemented this stuff, WishKit. Basically, app users are able to vote for features in the application. I implemented this one in my freediving application and in habit tracking application in both of them. So how it looks like, let me run my project. File open, snorkeling. Let me build it to see how it looks like. Okay, it will take a bit of time while application is building, but basically in the backend it looks like that I have kind of feature requests here from the applications. And app users just can't submit them. Labvakar, Rafael. Labvakar. Yeah, that was funny comment today. For those who don't know what we are talking about, what Rafael refers about, I got comment on the YouTube that I should give up and stop creating content in English because I don't know, it's just too bad for that person who left that comment. And yeah, I made poll on the community page on YouTube. Basically asked, is it hard to understand or what? Because I don't know, I'm genuinely kind of curious. Of course, I have no illusions about my English. Of course, I have accent and I don't even try too much to kind of fix it or replace it with American accent or English accent or what else not. So, but yeah, sometimes, you know, for me, of course, it's easy for me to understand another Latvian talking English or someone from Finland with their Finnish accent or what else not, because I'm communicating with those persons. But yeah, accordingly that pool results, it's not so bad. I can still stick with English. Is whiskey also okay? Whiskey also, yeah, sure. Hey Foxbit. Hey Martin. Don't listen to that person. Yeah, I do not listen to that person. I just commented about that on Twitter just because to maybe kind of inspire others who are kind of afraid of bullying. That's one thing. And on YouTube, I asked in just to be sure, is it fine or I still kind of or I need to kind of change something, let's say so. So, how that WishKit thing looks in the application. Here's my habit tracking application. Basically in the settings, I have here feature requests. In my freediving application, I have feature requests here in settings as well. So basically, you see them here in app interface. Those are different because those are split by application, obviously. And in the backend, it looks like that. So it works. This feature request this feature request functionality works just fine. We have votes here. This one has 10 votes and so on and so on. But the problem is that if I'm looking into statistics, then habit tracking application users opened and saw this view 27 times, which is not much. But freediving application users opened it 34 times, so which is more, but freediving application has thousands of users. That habit tracking application has hundreds of users. So I would like to see more views in this application and more feedback. And yeah, of course we can fix that by moving this functionality somewhere on main screen, which is dumb, and of course we will not do that, but it is kind of hidden here in the settings screen, and settings screen here in habit tracking application is kind of smaller, less crowded, and this feature request is on very top. In freediving application, that settings screen is kind of quite loaded, and I probably should refactor it a bit, but I will not do that now. But I will add that TipKit kind of suggestions here to highlight somehow this kind of feature request functionality. That's the plan for today. So, Rafael will start making videos only in Polish and German. Yeah, I can fake that I understand. I can fake that I can speak German, and I understand a little bit Polish. So that could be interesting. Yeah. Jancho, good evening. Lavakar. I've been experimenting with Swift to Kotlin with direction code transpler. Cool, yeah. For me, native Russian speaker persons that use Polish and English in work daily, your English pronunciation is great. I can understand you without any issues. Yeah, that's also kind of it's often is so for those to whom English is second or third or whatever language. Often it is easier to understand another kind of person who is also kind of using English as second language, because language speech usually is kind of simpler with less slang and so on. Transpel seems like a good option. Yeah, interesting. Hey, молодой Pablo. Yeah, Guten Morgen, Foxbit Guten Morgen. Did you hear Skip? Yeah, I heard it's. I heard about Skip, but there is no pricing available yet, so we don't know how much that will cost. Will that be kind of super expensive or kind of, I don't know, okay, kind of priced product, you know? I heard about Skip. I kind of opened it, read the documentation, but I even didn't try to use it. And I expect that, yeah, probably you will be able to kind of translate user interface, but you will run into, I assume you will run into the problems every time when you will work with some Apple libraries like this, for example, what I'm planning to implement now. This TipKit, for example. I don't know, Bluetooth, what else not? Oh, finite singularity, hello. Hey. Why you are not streaming right now? Is this your time off already? Your English is loud and clear. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I do not worry too much about that comment. I just shared that just because to get that pull up and just to inspire a little bit maybe others. Yeah. Okay, maybe we should start to do something. Should we? So yeah. This basically is the problem which I would like to solve today. And Apple has this TipKit which works for iOS 17 only, but good for us, iOS developers, and iOS users update their kind of iOS versions quickly, so that should not be a big problem. I briefly saw this video, but there is kind of nice that there are kind of, where is code? We have transcript for that, and we have code examples. Actually, basically, that's how you create the tip, which will be displayed, and that's how you kind of display it. That's configuration. Whatever, let's jump on the project and start to do that. Start to implement this, you know. Stop English, man, you can speak it as we learn it. Tiešitā, Foxbit. Formally wrap up by now. Okay. Yeah, you are streaming like crazy again. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm doing those once in a week streams, but your consistency is just crazy. Okay, so actually let me check first. Don't I have all the API case here just in plain text or something? Probably no. Yeah, that's good. That's just bad looking init file crowded with stuff. So that is WishKit, basically integration. Could be refactored somewhere out from the init, but whatever. Who will judge me, right? I'm the only one person who works with this code base. I believe I'm in main branch, maybe. Am I? Yeah, master, of course, because why not? Let's keep going as big boys, you know? Let's push to the master, whatever we have here. WishKit added. Oh, okay, at least that was pull request merged. At least some signs of good practice. Oh, Balinci, hello. Hello, long time no see. Those bastards keeping you in office probably, and you should work full-time hours in office. That's crazy, man. So what's that? Oh, I have updated something. WishKit version updated, that's fine. And version bump for release probably. Yes, that's also fine. Let's commit that. Oh, you're always around. Nice. Just to let you know, tips are using event-based rules where broken. Oh, were broken in 17 and 7.1 release builds. Apple fixed the issue in 17.2. Huh. Interesting. And also they changed the TipKit API in iOS 17 beta. Really? Okay, whatever. So, where is my TipKit thing? So we should kind of do this configuration in the or init. Okay, let's go here from the top. That is WishKit. And let's add here TipKit, tips center. Oh, probably I need to import TipKit first, right? Come on. I can't type when you are watching. Stop watching on my fingers. Okay, better. Thank you. Tips center. Isn't that tips center? Tips center sharded. Should work. From which app is that error in unknown? Error unknown. Oh yeah, that's interesting. That is some overlay. Let me try to fix that maybe. Which one that could be? Emotes, maybe? Nope. Chat is working just fine. Oh, sound alerts. Those are favorite. Balinsky's sound alerts are broken. Yep, sorry about that. Yeah. Those were good ones, right? Oh, actually, that will not work. So the 7 base that we will need that try thing here. Oh, here it is. GitHub Copilot. Thank you for suggestion. This could work. Maybe not. I don't know that GitHub Copilot kind of suggestions are hit or miss. I don't know. Often those are completely wrong. Okay, try tips. Actually, that will be not TipKit. That will be tips. Configure. Okay. Tips are available in iOS 17 or... Yeah, that's fine. Let's add version check. If available, if not available, just ignore. Fine, this will work. And also we will need to do for test needs tips reset data store. So basically that will be this one. Reset data store will be needed to reset tips on each startup. That's for test only. And tips configuration, that's just basic configuration. That should work. Fingers crossed. Oh, hey Dragon Dust, hello. Good evening, Devastated. Andrew, hello. Flutter Master, yeah, exactly, yeah. That's about me, yeah. Okay. That could be good, probably add here also if dev to do not mess up, if debug, then we are going with this, then we are going, and then we are adding end if, and that's it. So this will help to avoid situations when I forgot to comment out test code and run it in production. So if debug and end if basically do just that. If you're running, for those who don't know, if you are basically running without kind of specific configurations your Xcode, then if debug will mean that you are running up from the simulator, from the Xcode on simulator or test device, and this code in the middle will be ignored by production. So better to do stuff like that for anything what you like to test in your kind of production code. I'm not saying you should leave this in production code, but at least keeping stuff like that in your tests, that will help you to do not forget to kind of remove that in production. Of course, I never kind of release an application with test code in it. Of course, no. So this helps. Okay, well, I will somewhere I should create tips. I don't know where. Model, no. Purchases, no. Somewhere. Settings. I will create that tip in settings, but probably no. Custom views, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I have some kind of... Oh, that's UIKit custom. I should kind of actually drop that UIKit code. I do not have any UIKit in the app anymore. I don't need those custom views anymore. But, oh, here is... This one is SwiftUI custom view. That is used in the application. Okay, let's create file, new file, and that will be how I will name it, something like that. Should look like something like this one, basically. And that will be, let's say, feature request tip, feature. Like that, something like that. Just in case someone trying to read the code, I will make it bigger. If you are curious what I'm typing here. So, and that should look. Hey Oliver, how your indie MRR is going? It's good. It's doing great. It's kind of growing slowly. Basically, there is no kind of high jumps or kind of peaks. Basically, it's growing slowly. I'm doing well. I'm on about 3K monthly on MRR, something like that. Okay, let's start with something. Here is a tip with image. And we have action as well. Okay, I will not have that action. I don't need that. Let's go with this simple one. Basically, I need something like that. Structure. We don't need preview. SwiftUI is needed. So, for title. For title, we will go with something like and feature request. I hope my English is correct here. And here we will go with why you have error here. Oh, yeah, because we don't have. That's what I don't like in SwiftUI. Quite often we have wrong error messages. Actually, that's not about protocol in what it is, identifiable, whatever. I can't pronounce that. It's not about that protocol. It's about TipKits. TipKits are not supported in the iOS 15. So that's totally wrong error message. That should be. Let's go with available, but not iOS 15, but iOS 17. Now that should be, yeah, now it works fine. So, yeah, that was about TipKit, not about whatever protocol. Ask for features and vote for. And something like that. Okay. Hey, Falling, hello. Oh, we are doing great. We are doing very well. Okay, basically that's our tip, and then we should kind of show it somewhere. we can add it to the button. But we will add it in that settings screen somewhere. Oh, I think probably I should move that feature request more to the top. Currently it's on the bottom, probably no one kind of notices that we have something new. Probably I will move it up to the top for a little bit to see if that will help. And also I will add that kind of tip here. Hey Ilya, hello. So settings, here we are. So where is my tip kit? Here it is. This one is that feature request. Let's move it to the yeah, I don't know. That doesn't actually fit that pro settings kind of thing. I was thinking maybe I will allow to add those feature requests to the kind of pro users of the application, but didn't do that yet. Maybe. I will move it now to the very top of the list, and yeah, then we'll see. Okay, like this. I easily could hide it from all the free users, but currently I don't have too much feature requests, so just that's fine to show it to everyone. So let's run it first to see how that will look on the top. Okay, now the feature request is here on the top. And oh, we have one more vote on this one. That's nice. And now we should show that tip here. Again, that will be a little bit more tricky because I have that iOS 15 support still. How do we show them? This is just basic kind of tip, right? Yes, let's see. Yeah, popover tip, here it is, like that. We need import TipKit first, of course. But probably I will have error because iOS 17. That should be something like we need to define variable for the tip. Or maybe not. Where this one is defined. Here it is defined. So basically we should add variable here, but instead of the backyard tip we have feature request tip. Yeah, like this. And then we should show it here like... of course we need kind of better name for it, something like that. Normally, if I'm supporting iOS 17 only, then I should define the tip like it is defined here, like this tip. Then I have to define kind of local variable for that, and then I can just show it like that, right? Oh, actually like that tip. Oh, we don't need the tip, really? Okay, okay, good. And here we have that unavailable in iOS 15 error, exactly as expected. So we will need to define local variable for it, because you can't. So here, where it was, up and up. Here we have if available iOS 17. That works just fine in init function for configuration. It works just fine here, but I can't do that here because we are adding this tip popover as a modifier. So I can't add here basically that if available thing. Basically, if I will do the same stuff, that unlikely will work. I don't believe it will work. Okay, GitHub Copilot is trying to come up with some nonsense. No, like that. I doubt we can do that for modifiers. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That will not work like that. So, therefore, we will need to function. We will need to add some view. Request. Let's say something like feature request. This will be view, and that will be some view, and then we can do inside this if available, but instead of modifier we will return tip view with tip. So for the tip we have this feature request tip view. Actually we can go with feature request tip like that, and then we don't need this local variable here, and then instead of modifier we just adding that view here. That will work. As a view below this kind of navigation link. I think so. That will work. Let's see. Let's run. It could or could not work. It works, but I will not say it's kind of Very helpful tip, right? At least it works. So we can show that view here. If I will hide it in kind of regular app, kind of in regular use case, you will see that never again. But here I have here I have this reset data store, so that tip data store will be reset and we will see the tip every time when we start application. Okay, whatever. Let's add image to the tip var. With that image, that tip will be better kind of visible. Oh, there was already kind of image feature request. No, we don't have image feature request for sure. Let's go with some system image. System image light bulb. I don't know, maybe. Don't we need system name? Really? I'm not so sure. Oh, it was with big S. We need with small s system name, like that, yeah. I don't know if we have light bulb in SF symbols, but probably we have. Let's try SF symbols. Come on. Symbols. Search SF. Somehow do I remember wrong the name of SF symbols? I don't remember, whatever. Oh, it kind of works, but not nicely. Hey, Radoslav, hello. Good evening. Good evening. You can add a description and maybe show it as a popover. Yeah. Yeah, I will try. I kind of added message here, but that message for some reason does not appear here, but we have image that works. But for some reason message doesn't work. Okay, let's try to fix that. Actually, those should be optional probably, but whatever. Title text. Message text, ask for new features. Maybe it's too long. Ask for new features. And let's say rate them. And rate them. Whatever. Okay, what I'm missing now? Title. I have title here. Okay. Okay, the title probably is not optional. Okay. I wanted to find SF symbols first. SF symbols. Is the search drunk, or I don't remember how SF symbols are named. Yes, SF symbols. I have them installed. I'm pretty sure I have them installed. What's wrong with you, Marcos? SF symbols. Okay, let's go try to find in apps maybe. Applications. Safari. Here they are, SF symbols. Come on, Marcos, what's wrong with you? Are you drunk or what? I would like something like with exclamation mark, something like alert. Let's go alert. Alert, not alert. Alert. Nothing. What's new? No. Weather maps. Transport. Something like arrows indicates. Yeah, something like that. Exclamation mark. Maybe this one. Copy name. Okay, let's try to run it again. I'm afraid I'm not sure if I can add it as a popover if I'm using that view builder. If I'm adding that as a view. Oh, it's better. Check out. We have the description. It looks better actually. I don't know. I'm not saying it's perfect already, but it looks better. We have that description here. Ask for new features and rate them. I don't know. Sounds clear for me, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, that looks better. Settings you. Feature tips. Let's see what kind of modifiers we can add. There was some arrow. Action. I don't need action, but I need arrow. Arrow should be on top, probably, right? Kind of to show to the function above. Let's try how that will looks like. Or I can add that arrow on the bottom and move that tip to the top a little bit louder. Message should have a text type. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. Oh, here it is, that arrow, kind of barely visible. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try to move it. Let's try to move it. I will say arrow on the bottom and then feature request. Feature request will go here. Let's say above the button. Let's see how that will look like. I think it's okay-ish actually. The only problem I have now that if user will click on that feature request, we still have this thing visible. So user should kind of close it to do not see anymore. That should be fixable as well, right? I think so. Actually, let's see, just in case. Up, Let's code out this thing. I just want to be sure that I will not see that tip anymore without resetting data store. You can create property for feature request navigation item. If I will return navigation link with popover tip, else return navigation link. Wait. If available iOS 17, return navigation link. With popover tip, yeah. On top, yeah, I think I need that, yeah, on top action I should kind of change somehow. Okay, we don't see that tip anymore. That's win, because I already closed it once. But let's, yeah, I think that should be something what Dragon Dust is saying. We have to have some kind of action here on navigation link when you're opening. Then we should kind of say that, okay, close the tip. Are you facing issues with GPT? I don't know. I assume GPT should update someday soon. I just checked ChatGPT. I opened it a few hours ago, it was fine. Now it works. It works just fine. Okay, so add event based rule, that's not that. Donate event when view appears. What the donate means? Donate. I don't know what that means. Let backyard tip init. Prompting and getting answers seems don't be done. Do you know how to implement TipKit? Let's see. No, it works. It works. So that's something for you. That's something local for you. Okay, how can we fix that thing? You can call a method on a tip. Call a method on a tip. Okay. Okay, understand. Yeah, maybe, but keep in mind that I have paid Git ChatGPT account. Maybe that makes difference. Oh, how are we adding navigation link? How are we adding action to the navigation link? I don't remember. Okay, maybe ChatGPT knows that. How to add extra action? I don't remember. Sorry about being stupid. For action. Yeah, I know how it is used. One explanations. Navigation link, destination. It's not really that. Similar. I don't remember if we can add just additional action to the navigation link without wrapping that into the button. Navigation link destination, second view is active, yeah, simultaneous gesture, tab gesture on ended. Let's try this one, if that works. Interesting. What happened? Is it really kind of a real thing? Simultaneous gesture, tap gesture. I never saw that before. That can be some ChatGPT nonsense. No. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can wrap that in button, but I don't really want to do that. Navigation. Okay, let's go to the just regular search. Navigation link. Additional action. Hey Vadim, hello. Is it possible to perform action in addition? No. Yeah, that's also talking about that simultaneous blah 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 gesture. Okay, I don't know, it didn't work for some reason. Let's try one more time. Yeah, this looks kind of nice suggestion from Stack or GitHub Copilot. But not this command. Let's try to print just now. I never saw stuff like that before. Let's see if that works. Looks promising. Yes, Alexander, exactly. That's what I would like to do, yeah. So, yeah, that printout happens. Oh, but amazing. Printout happens, but why? Why it? Okay, you probably have to click somewhere. Why it doesn't register? Okay, now it works just fine. Okay, if I'm tapping on the text, nothing happens. I have to click on this empty space. Is it glitch from this gesture thing or what? I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, I could kind of do that callback on that kind of tip, not tips. Yeah, this feature in that feature request screen, but that is third-party kind of library screen, so I'm not kind of managing it. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely this kind of additional thing, this gesture thing, kind of breaking that button, which is not cool. Not cool at all. Interesting. It works, but I'm not happy with that how it works. That could be simulator only thing, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, no, when I'm tapping on the text, nothing happens. It kind of printing out this tab thing. And if I'm clicking here, then it's open. Nah, no, that's not how I like to see it working. No. But why everyone said, yeah, that's exactly what we want to see. Okay, maybe... Maybe that was error. Xcode kind of changed this modifier. Maybe modifier was kind of wrong. Not correct modifier was used, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, that most likely that is problem. Yeah, exactly, Dragon Dust. I'm not sure if app is restarted. Let's do that one more time. Rebuild. Still, same shit. If I'm clicking here in empty space, it's opens the link, but I do not see that printout for tab. And if I'm clicking here, then it prints out. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't work. So probably we will just need to wrap it in button or something. Or I just can ignore this stuff, you know. Because, I don't know, if user will click it, close, it will close. Okay, that's not the best kind of solution. Okay, this doesn't work. What else options do we have? Everyone kind of saying, yeah, it works, fantastical solution. If you follow this technique within a list, it will not work. Yeah, that's exactly what we have. It is in the list and it is not working. Amazing. Probably that is some kind of SwiftUI glitch. Is active binding? That will not work for me. What we have on change, all on change things will not work because nothing changing. On change off. Yeah, here it is, something on change off. On change is pushed. Navigation lake destination is active, is pushed. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, on change off, that was what I had in mind as well. This could work as well. It's kind of not nice kind of solution, but that is something which could work. Navigation link button. Yeah, if we have button inside navigation link, why do we need is active here? Ah, okay, that is active thing is changed here. Okay, whatever, yeah. Okay, I probably will take a look. Navigation link with button, something like that. With button, SwiftUI. Oh, but then that navigation link will look like a button in the list, probably. That's not exactly what I like to have. How that will look like. Nah, no, I will need to go with that on change thing. this option should work. I think. Let's try this. Let's say we will need it's kind of okay for one tip, but I don't know if I will have kind of 5-10 tips in one screen. It will be, you know, out of hand. It will get out of the hand very quickly. Okay, it will be fine for tonight. Tip. Let's say present tip, and default will be true probably. Let's say tip is presented like that. Actually, we don't need tip is presented, we need feature request is opened, but okay, let's change it. Like that. Maybe we will use it for something, maybe later, someday. Okay, so then in that navigation link, we will need is active thing. Oh, but that will change. Yeah, state should be on the activation of the navigation link, exactly. Hey, Paul. Yeah, exactly. We need, I don't know what this is active doing in the navigation link, but I will kind of figure that out. Now. So destination. Lost it. This one. Is active. Will that disable it? I don't know. Let's see. Frankly, I don't know what it is doing. Let's try first. I don't know. Probably that is active. Just disable it. That navigation link, right? If that is it, then what that is active is doing? Okay, whatever. Let's build and I will see. When the is active is true, navigation will be performed. Okay. Oh, okay. That's basically you can perform it from the code. I see. And then probably if I kind of just clicking on it, then basically I will change that feature request state. I think so. What resolution you can go with your current Apple display? Oh, let's check that. System settings. Where is my displays? Studio display. We can go up to 3200 to 1800, but I'm on default 2560 to 1440. So that looks just fine for me, and that is kind of also kind of comfortable for streaming. I think Xcode is Word ID ever. What is Word? Why don't you use VS Code? Why should I use VS Code? If you know that VS Code is better, especially for iOS development, you should kind of highlight some features, probably, and try to convince me to use it. Oh, I didn't remove this stuff. Okay. Good evening, B. I have been thinking about pivoting, currently doing TypeScript. What is the most enjoyable programming language? I don't know, C. It's simple, you know, very interesting. You can do low-level memory management. You have pointers. It's interesting programming language. But that's kind of, I don't know, question like, let's say, strange. Okay, and then we need on change stuff. Where do we put that on change? We can put it probably whenever we like, but on change off. Change off. Feature request opened, and then for action, oh, we will go with this new value, but we will ignore that new value, right? Yes. But you need to kind of call that new value, if I remember correctly. I used that on change for a while ago. I just remembered that such thing exists. New value, something like that. New value in probably, yeah, we need that in thing as well. See, sounds interesting, but I'm not capable of growing beard. Oh, I don't know. Then you lost man, you know. And yeah, here we have feature request is actually we don't care about that feature request thing probably here, but we need to call that TipKit. Fuck, that will not work. You know what? Because I'm not kind of declaring that TipKit variable here. Maybe I can go directly to that tip feature request tip. Probably I can call function on it directly. I don't know. Did show? Do we have stuff like that? Did show? I don't know. Yeah, unlikely. What actions do we have here? Something like I'm in the am I in the diving? I am not in the diving, but spare fishing and free diving. Yeah, that stuff I kind of like, yeah. But I don't have access to that tip directly, you know. That's the problem. Because I can't declare it here as a variable, because I'm using iOS 15 still. If I will declare it here like a variable, you know, var local tip, you know. I will get error. Basically, if I will declare like that, I have this feature request tip, and then I could do whatever I would like to that tip, you know. Local tip something should display status invalidate, for example. What reasons do we have here? Action performance, so probably something like that. Probably something like that could work. And here we have, for example, so we need if iOS 17 available here. Come on, what's happening here? Here, that is not a problem, but we will have a problem here. Because we can't declare this. Oh, I added if iOS 17 available here now. I don't need it on the very top. So we have a problem here. You see, basically, I can't declare this variable because of iOS 17 is kind of needed for that. That's the problem. That's the problem. And I am showing that tip as basically I am embedding that tip in the view and showing just that tip like that. I'm initializing it here, so I can't modify it from view. That kind of sucks, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, a little bit broke everything with that. Okay, no, I rebroke it back. You can't wrap. Okay, I can add that if available here. You know, that's fine. Okay, let's comment it out here right now. I don't think you can wrap variable in the if available. You can do that with variables. You can do available on all the structure, but I am kind of not ready to hide all the settings screen for all the other kind of users, or kind of keep two separate settings screens for iOS 17 and other versions. Bumping version up to iOS 17 from 15 just for tips also kind of doesn't sound good, you know. Yeah, increasing target to iOS 17, it's not bad idea, but just for this one thing that feels a little bit too much and a little bit too early. Currently, this application running on iOS 15, that's it should be iOS 16 something already, you know, because who is using iOS 15? But iOS 17 is a little bit too early. Let's check out Mix panel, iOS 17 adoption. Let's see. Yeah, that's a valid question, totally, but iOS 17 currently is only 20%, 25, whatever. So see at least 30% are still on 16.6. That's still bigger than everything else. Yeah, that's a valid question. Let's take a look actually. Let me open App Store Connect and take a look. Of course, we have only part of the customer's data available, but we will see some indication. I don't think I am ready to drop iOS 16, especially just for this, you know. But yeah, that's a valid question. Analytics, give me a second. Free diving application, metrics. Metrics. So we probably should take a look on what we should look. So here we have product page views, for example, and then we should find somewhere platform version, right? Oh, can I? Yeah, should I kind of click each and every of them? Probably no. In this application, I have only Apple. I don't have any other kind of... there should be by date, by platform version. Here we have. So 16.6 leading. iOS 17 is kind of next. So those are kind of App Store page views. Application App Store page views. 800 from iOS 16, 700, okay, almost 800 from iOS 17, and then all the variations, you know. So 16.6 and 17 still kind of going. It's almost 15-15, you know. It's kind of too early to drop iOS 17, definitely. And yeah, that doesn't matter that we have just, you know, App Store kind of analytics. Sure, we don't have data from all the users, but we have some slice of the audience, and we see kind of percentage in that slice of the audience. So it's too early. And basically those numbers look somehow similar to what we see here in Mixpanel iOS versions. Also, basically that's iOS 16.6 and then iOS 17 versions. Here this picture looks a little bit kind of less optimistic. My users are kind of 50-50 here. iOS 16 is kind of bigger part. Okay, whatever. So this will not work. I can't hide that tip on the opening it because, and I will not be able to do that until I move to the iOS 17 actually. So question is, would I like to show that tip? I think I would like to show it anyways, because why not? The only problem is that users will kind of click on that close button on the tip to kind of remove it from the screen. I don't think it's kind of big deal. Sure, that could be nicer to hide it as soon as user opened that kind of features kind of screen. but we can't do that. So on this feature request, I would close this suggestion. But I don't know. We can't do that. So user will need to kind of close this X button. I think it's fine. In the worst case scenario, I don't know if I will change my mind and I will say it's not fine. I will just remove that tip in the next release and this will be fine again, you know. And I'm not sure this feature request will stay here forever. That is just now. I would like to collect some feedback from users. So whatever. How it sounds. Does it sound good? What do you think? Okay, let's comment this out. We don't need it. Let's run to be sure that I will not see that suggestion anymore. Yeah, that suggestion is not displayed anymore because we selected that close button. I will live with that. At least tonight, for me, it feels fine, and we are on the stream for almost more than an hour already, so we have to wrap up. Okay. Yeah, that looks correct. This looks correct as well. Let's add a few comments. 24-hour stream. No, thank you. I have to work tomorrow on my freelance tasks. No, TipKit added. "24-hour streams are not for me. Tiplit? What's wrong with me? Not first time I'm writing tiplit. TipKit added. And we are doing all of that in the master branch like big ones, you know. Because why not? Okay, let's bump the version. It was 4.4. For what reason, I don't remember. Let's add 1. And I think that will be good enough for release candidate. Yeah, I will send it for review. We'll see. App category, what's that? Oh, why don't we have app category here? Interesting. And display name is empty. Why so? Oh, but it was so all the time. I'm not going to touch it now. Whatever. Hydrate. I'm running low on water. Here it is. Cheers. What is the tech stack for this app? Swift and SwiftUI from package dependencies. I have Realm as a local database. I have Revenue Cat for in-app purchases and WishKit for feature which we just saw. This one. Those are third-party libraries, but generally that is just Swift, plain Swift, SwiftUI, that's it. Straight vodka, yeah, sure. And from beer glass, you know, like big boys. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Well. Let's create our Hive and see if we can push it for review tonight. Pum, pum, pum. Okay, building. Does it buildings that are high? I don't know. Let's stop it on simulator. I'm not sure if that's building. Did I click archive? I don't remember. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so we will need to prepare to App Store Connect apps. So for this one, we will need to create new version. Let's go with 4.4.1 because I don't know, there are no changes at all. Okay, what did I have here? Feature request functionality added. Basically, I will add the same thing. Feature request function added on settings screen and tips. How to use it? Let's say like that. Whatever. It's actually not tips how to use it. That's tips how to find it. But whatever. I'm writing that mostly for app review because who else reading that? You know, no one. And I should automate this part, but I am super lazy and I'm kind of doing that manually, kind of copy pasting for all the localizations. French, whatever. And I don't have kind of proper localization for the application. I have only localization for App Store page just to have more keywords, you know, that's the only reason. What do you use for App Store previews? I'm using Figma. That is created in Figma. Currently, I'm using Figma. Promotion text, let's go with the same. Let's do not be original. Let's copy paste the same stuff. This actually should be automated script. For example, Fastlane can do that, but I don't know. I do not release often. If I will start to release at least few times in a month, I will think how to automate that. Now I'm just copy pasting that manually. I think that automation could take about at least a day to set up and get it working. And that copy pasting takes, I don't know, nothing. Error, what's wrong? Xcode file download app records for App Store Connect, unexpected status code. Okay, let's try one more time. It looks like some connection glitch or something. Fetching app records. Oh no, it works, probably. Yeah, some connection problem, probably. Uploading. Boom. Done. Uploaded. Good. How do I optimize keywords? So far I used 3 tools. I used UpRudder for a while ago. That was for a while ago. Didn't use it, I don't know, recently. But now I'm using Astro. I don't know what's happening with my Spotlight search. Astro, can you please? I don't know. I don't know what's happening with iMac. Probably that is just gently ask for restart. Astro, Suite. That's another one, but Astro, I'm using that one. Currently, there are shitload of different applications which are doing basically the same, kind of showing how you are ranking for some keywords and so on. Oh, I started to rank for this keyword. Interesting. So that's one of the tools, for example. Exercise, that's just, I created application. You can create basically just dummy app and start to add keywords and see to understand popularity, difficulty, and so on. Then you try to understand which keyword could work for your application and so on and so on. So my freediving application, for example, here, this one ranking quite well. So seems that number 1 for snorkeling, apnea trainer, plenty of keywords, kind of number 2, and so on and so on. That's not bad. This is ranking badly, but on this one kind of keyword, it's something, I don't know, there is no kind of easy answer in one sentence in which I could explain how to search keywords, how to test them, and then how to optimize your application for those keywords. That's just kind of longer discussion. Okay, we don't have that build here yet. Does it coming? Where it is? Build. Okay, let's wait for that. Build probably still processing. Yeah, here it is, processing. It will take, I don't know, a few minutes. Usually that happens quickly. That processing part usually is fast. I will submit it for review and whatever, I will put it on release. It's, in my opinion, that's fine. What we implemented tonight, that should be fine, and I'm kind of curious to see if that will improve clicks on that feature request tab. Will I see more kind of feature requests? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so spinning. Okay, it is processed now. So we have missing complaints. Let's add that. Do we have any encryption? Nope, we don't. We can start internal testing and let's submit that for review as well. Are you from Latvia? Yes, I am. Let me add build for review. This one, bumps. How did you learn English? It's a little difficult for me as a person from the CIS to learn it. Although I really need it for work. I'm a mobile developer. I don't know. I just immersed myself in English, you know. I started to listen English podcasts. I started to watch movies in English, but with subtitles. I started to read books, and then I started to create YouTube videos and speak and talk English. Check out my kind of early YouTube videos. My English was horribly bad. It's not perfect now, but I don't know. It's kind of okay. I don't know. You have to use language basically every day. Submit for app review. Let's go. Is your first language Latvian or Russian? My first language is Latvian. Item submitted. Okay, we are waiting for review. Perfecto. That is done. And also we are at the very end of the playlist. So interesting, right? First person who ever said movies helped him. Yeah, I don't know. I think, so with English, there are kind of, I will say there are few stages. Basically, when you understand kind of nothing, then you should start with kind of reading and writing. Basically, you should kind of read, and then you can maybe start to write, I don't know, maybe on Twitter, maybe somewhere in chats, you know, like you are doing here. Basically start to use language, communicate, read and write. Reading is relatively easy because you have take whatever time is needed to read and understand. You can use dictionary, what else not, you know. Then when you already can read and can write something, then you should start to listen. You should train your listening skills. And for listening skills, you can come to my live streams. You can watch my YouTube videos. But also you can watch just videos, whatever, movies, you know, with subtitles. But with subtitles, it's kind of tricky. You can trick yourself in feeling that you kind of understand it, but actually you will read the subtitles instead of listening. So it's kind of slippery slope. Podcasts. I was driving a lot back in my days when I was working in previous jobs. I was driving around a lot and I listened at podcasts. I started listen podcasts and audiobooks in Russian, but there was just one podcast in Russian that was Radio T, which was decent one. All the others was kind of, I don't know, totally shitty podcasts. There was nothing to listen, so I started to listen. In Latvian, there was kind of zero podcasts, maybe few as well, I don't know. But yeah, I started to listen podcasts in English, and on beginning, I literally didn't understand at least 1/3 from what those people were talking about, or even more, you know. Maybe half of the podcast I didn't understand, but I just kept listening, and eventually, I don't know, I started to understand it better. And I still kind of picking up new words from movies or podcasts or something else. Basically, you're listening, you hear new words, and then you get interested. Oh, okay, interesting. What that word means? You know, you translate it, and then you see how other person's using that in sentence, and you can start to use those words as well. That's it, you know. Can I ask you to review my app? No, Valerio. When I will do that? Now on stream? Unlikely. I'm going to sleep in 5 minutes. So sorry. I don't even understand what kind of review you would expect from me, you know. Accordingly to the test, my level is pre-intermediate, but it's hard for me to write. I understand your speech perfectly, but there is some uncertain in terms of my knowledge. In Russia, few people speak English, and I very rarely practice speaking. Oh, believe or not, but I'm speaking with no one here in Latvia as well, you know. All my communication is online. For example, if I do not do live streams, I catch myself that my English becomes kind of rusty. Because if I do not do live streams, then I'm doing maybe one YouTube video in a week. and maybe I'm speaking for a few minutes in some meeting, and that's about it. And if I do not speak English for a few weeks, maybe months, then it becomes rusty. It becomes harder to speak. If you do not use it, you lose it. So my Russian currently is worse than English, but I was speaking Russian, I don't know, quite good, But currently, I don't know, I didn't speak Russian for 4 years. Maybe, okay, I don't remember, maybe not 4 years, but I don't remember when I was speaking Russian last time. I said few words on stream just for fun, but in real life, I don't remember when I was talking Russian last time. So, and it becomes kind of rusty. It becomes worse, I have several friends from Latvia, and they all speak mostly Russian. Is it not uncommon in your country? What do you mean, uncommon? So I am old enough to born in Soviet Union, and everyone was pushed to learn Russian back in Soviet Union. That's why I know Russian. But my kids barely speak Russian, if that's your question. New generation do not speak Russian. Sure, there are plenty of Russian-speaking people in Latvia, because again, back in Soviet Union, there was plenty of people were moved to Latvia from Russia and other countries in Soviet Union, but I don't know. New people, young people are not speaking Russian. My daughter, for example, she has great fluent English, but she barely can say something in Russian, few words maybe. The new generation also speak Russian. Sure, if they're born in Russian family, in Russian-speaking family, if parents are speaking Russian, of course, why shouldn't they speak Russian? Of course they speak Russian, exactly. If they're born in, I don't know, in Ukrainian family, they will speak Ukrainian. In what else not? That's sure. If you are asking generally about Latvians in Latvia, new generation do not speak Russian. Write in English in translator, then double check to change the translation directly and correct it again. Yeah, I use it when I started to use kind of English for work. I used Google Translate a lot. Also use Grammarly. I still using Grammarly because I don't know, it's free. I'm even paying for it, but you can use Grammarly for free, and it is great help in kind of fixing, your grammar mistakes. So yeah, use those tools. Oh, also talking about Russian-speaking people in Latvia, there are some, I don't know, lost generation. There are some part of population who lived all the life here in Latvia for about, I don't know, 40 years, for example, and still didn't learn Latvian, and they have problems speaking in Latvian. And I'm kind of surprised at how that's even possible, but yeah, there are people who speak only Russian and living in Latvia, and they barely can, I don't know, buy food in shops, That's very, very interesting and surprising for me, but people like that happens. I don't know if that's some kind of mental problems or something, or they can't learn languages, but yeah, it is so, yeah. Native speakers, you have to, with native speakers, you just have to listen. You have to immerse yourself in language. You have to listen more kind of different speakers. That's what I said. You have to kind of listen podcasts, watch movies, and so on, and then that will become easier. how was life in Soviet Union? Horrible, Prasanna. That was horrible. But yeah, thank you for asking. It was horribly bad. I don't know. Take a look on some documentaries. There are some old people who is saying, "Oh, you remember everything was so cheap," but you know those people who saying something good about Soviet Union, they are remembering that they were young back then in that time, and they like how they felt when they were young, and that's it. But everyone was poor. Everyone was equally poor. You can't have business. You can't travel outside Soviet Union. You have to work in some, I don't know, factories. Everyone has the same salaries, and everyone can stay in same lines in the shop to hope to buy something. That was horrible, you know. Did they allow English in schools? So yeah, there was there was kind of English in schools, yeah. Всем привет, здорово. Pass this in auto hotkey. No, thank you. Okay, guys, I have to go. So I submitted app for app review. That works. Hopefully, I will get that app approved and released till the morning. Actually, let me check. Did I set it to the auto release or what? Probably. Let's see. Oh, I have released to all the users immediately. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. So for Twitch stream, we should write someone, right? That's what you're supposed to do on Twitch. Let's see who is streaming. Come on, Griffin is streaming. Let's go and write Griffin. That's a long time didn't saw that guy. Let's write Griffin. Foxbit, you do something on your own. I know you hate that guy, but I'm kind of not ready to kind of move around the Twitch and find someone else. And I will just kill the Kick stream. Sorry for that. We don't have anyone to raid on Kick, and also kind of ending stream on YouTube. So YouTube, see you on next one. So YouTube stream is going down.